Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, dear students, we are here with another lecture on unit number 10, that is the small woman. And today we'll try to see what are the main themes and sub themes present in the story so that we may understand the story in a better and clear manner, and it will be definitely be improving our understanding of the story. So the main theme first, and the first main theme that I have written over here is the power of personal courage and faith. And basically, the central theme is the extraordinary courage displayed by the small woman, who is the central character of the story. And well, we see that she risks her own life and health by leading over 100 children through a war zone to safety, and driven by a conviction. And she believes that it was her faith or duty, and that actually helped her overcome her fear. And there is an evidence in the story when she insists rather, we must cross the river, knowing the danger of Japanese planes. Physically she is thin, ill, and weak, yet she remains steadfast in her mission. So the very first main theme is the personal courage and faith. Along with that, there is another main theme, that is humanity and definitely the duty amidst the war that is going on around. So, this theme highlights how acts of compassion can transcend the cruelty and barriers created by conflicts among the human beings. And we see that it focuses on the Chinese officer's decision to help a foreigner and her Chinese charges, fulfilling a duty to humanity over military caution. And the officer and his men, instead of ignoring the risk, assist in that laborious and dangerous ferry operation. And the officer's final act of ordering his men to attend and salute the children, and his feeling that the experience was very satisfying, that actually underscores this theme of profound human connection and duty, because in the end we say that we are all humans. So the humanity actually that connects the human beings at large. So that are basically the main themes, and let us now explore the sub themes which are there in the story. Right. The very first sub theme that I have written over here is the vulnerability, that means prone to danger, and secondly, the resilience. The story places the focus on plight of the displaced, particularly the very young children, and their vulnerability. They are ragged, that means they are in poor and torn clothes, and they are stranded in a battlefield by the yellow liver, facing death from the elements of the Japanese. So they are very vulnerable as they are very young. They do not know very much about the war, and but even that situation, they show how resilient they are. So despite their circumstances, they are seen singing loudly and gurging and shouting with their delight, which means actually they are not aware of the danger. But even if they are, they are showing the true human beings. And upon seeing the soldier, suggesting an inspiring capacity for joy and hope. That means when they saw the soldiers, their own one, so they believed that now there are greater chances of their rescues, and so in desperate conditions, they were very lively. Another sub theme can be that the story bridges the cultural and national divides. We see the interaction between the Chinese nationalist officer and the English missionary, that the small one highlights these unexpected alliances that are formed in crisis as the war is going on. So we see a contrast. The officer initially views her suspiciously and as a foreigner involved in strange occupation, but then there was a certain and definite connection, and their common goal, because the children were Chinese and so as the officer, so their common goal was saving the children, and that actually dissolves this suspicion and overcame their doubt, and eventually it allows the officer to provide the critical aid, sorry, otherwise which was not this was not possible for the children to cross the river and go into the safety. Well, the last of the sub themes that I have written over here is the absurdity of war. You see, dear students, the officer's final reflection touches on the strange and illogical nature of the conflict, because he finds the situation of wandering across a battlefield, escorting an army of ragged Chinese children to be very curious, contrasting the simple humanitarian task with the grand destructive backdrop of the Sino-Japanese war. This war actually is a very destructive kind of thing, but that was not satisfying for the army officer. But when he did something to help the humanity, the children, well, that was to him very satisfying, very curious. But that shows that war is really something destructive. So, dear students, I hope by understanding these themes and sub themes, you'll be able to appreciate the story in a better manner, and you will understand it much clearly. And with that, dear students, I'm leaving you here today. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.